So this is it. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Gonna walk to the Elizabeth line and use my Oyster to get me all the way to Heathrow. Carnaby, Marshall Street. It's probably going to be a bit noisy with the wheels on the trolley, but on the suitcase, but there we go. So I've made myself actually homeless. I don't have a home anymore. What's the plan? Everybody keeps asking me what the plan is. Well, the plan is to travel for a year, maybe. I'm not so good at this YouTubing yet when people are around me. So yeah, the plan's to travel for a year. Many single journey flights. Phuket today for 6 weeks, then back to Scarlet. But it's very difficult to make yourself homeless. That's one thing. All your utility bills and people, they all want a forwarding address. Luckily I've still got my other warehouse in Didcot where I redirected my mail to, so I've kind of been able to use that. But apart from that, yeah, I really am homeless. And the other strange thing, I just realised that I've not had a landlord for 5 years. Soho radio. Yeah, I've not had a landlord. Oh look, Star and Garter. Bye. Sylvia, bye Sylvia. I've had no landlord for 5 years. It's unbelievable. I've been renting a flat in Soho for 5 years and I never had a landlord. No, I had a friend, a good friend. Might even be joining me on some of my travels. I think it's a certainty he will be joining me on some of my travels. So thanks very much to Deep for everything you've done for me, limping me through COVID, limping me through the last 6 months or so as well. It's been epic. No more meals at Ali's Med Cafe for me for a bit, but onwards and upwards, new adventures. This Broadwick Street I've just walked down, this is a big new hotel that's coming, Blue Post. I guess next time I come back, this building behind me, this will all be fully finished. I can see Shirley over there, look. She's not seen me. Shirley and Ella sat there. They go there most days, have coffee. It's nice when you're local, you do get well looked after by the little independent places. Dinny, Sam at my place, and of course Ali at Red Cafe and Violets. So this is the famous pub there that's now a record shop. It's famous, I believe it was Brian Jones who interviewed Jagger and all the other Stones members. That was a pub, and that's where they interviewed for band members. You've got the famous ship over there. The ship, famously, where Bowie said after his first album that was a flop in the 60s, I'm giving up music and I'm going to become a nun. I guess fortunately for quite a lot of people and himself, he decided not to do that, and he kept on trying. Then we walked down St Anne's Court, the famous little St Anne's Court. Here's a little Thai food place. $6.50, $6.70. and of course the famous Trident Studios. I think it's a certainty. First of all, I think it's a shame they took off all the list of all the people who recorded there, like Kate Bush, Elton John. It's all gone. I think they're missing a trick there, although I suppose they don't get nothing out of that sort of advertising. But Trident Studios, where Bowie and so many other famous people recorded stuff. There's my key cutting shop where I go. That's where you get your keys in Soho. This great big steak place has just opened. It was quite a good little sleeping area for the homeless all through COVID, and although again through COVID all the homeless were off the streets. They all got put into some form of accommodation. Now there's quite a lot back on. There's only one lady, and I can't remember her name. She was really bad early COVID, and I've seen her recently. She stopped using everything. She looks really healthy, and she wants to go back to Scotland where she came from, which is really good. Hobson's, look, the chip shop. Bless him, he opened up just about the week before he got shut down on COVID after refurbishing the place. So opened and closed all at the same time. Then they tried to get going. Hello mate, see ya, all the best. One of my other friends, he goes to my place and has a cocktail, has an espresso martini every morning. Nellie Dean, Peter's new favourite pub. Forgot what I was saying now. Yolanda's Nadler Hotel, which has changed the name now. There is a Bowie connection to that, isn't there? Something in the figurine. Soho Square. Pizza Express Live. And just up here is the Elizabeth line, so that's it. I'm going to say bye-bye to Soho and hello Phuket in quite a few hours. It's about 7-hour flight to Doha. Flight at 3 o'clock. It's 9:30 now. And then 2.5 hour layover in Doha. Then another 6-7 hour flight to Phuket Island. Straight into the island. This is Tesco's. It's under threat. They want to put something more glamorous in there, and I mean, when you look at the building you can imagine why really. We've got all this lovely stuff here now, where that's on top of the Elizabeth line. But the Tesco's Express is a pretty drab looking building. So there are plans to get rid of it, and I mean that's alright as long as they build another Tesco's Express, because that's been my main shop, that and Marks and Spencer's really. The Co-op came in Berwick Street. I'm going to miss walking to everywhere and everything. So here's the Elizabeth line, look. I'm going to stop it and start it again here as I go in. What did Bowie used to say? Bye bye, we love you. So yeah, everybody's coming into Soho and not many people are leaving. Look, my escalator's empty and that one's full. Well, there's one more person coming down, but it's 9:30, so of course everybody's coming in, nobody's going out, which I quite like. So this is the Elizabeth line, Tottenham Court Road, but there are two entries and exits Tottenham Court Road. One is at Tottenham Court Road, Tottenham Court Road. The other is Dean Street, Soho, Tottenham Court Road. So if you get on the train at Paddington or wherever, if you get on it at Paddington and you go to the back of the train, you get off at Soho entrance, which is great because it's 10 minutes to Paddington. It doesn't stop at where doesn't it stop at the moment? Central London. See, I've lost it again. This is brilliant. I'm always like this. Bond Street doesn't stop at Bond Street at the moment, but it will do, I think, on the 2nd of November. And these tunnels are huge. And they don't call it an underground, they call it a train system. It certainly is a train system. time and effort to dig all these holes out must be absolutely incredible. So here we go, I'm going to get this all the way to Heathrow. What I do is I have to change at Paddington at the moment, pick it up on the other side of the platform, but again in a few weeks you won't even need to change at Paddington. You'll be able to go direct into Heathrow and all the other areas. Bond Street, look, doesn't open yet, but it will do. Paddington not stopping at Bond Street. So that's it. Most of the time I use it because I use it out of peak time. It's just quiet as this. I love it. So I'll see you at the other end. Maybe see you in Doha or Heathrow, I don't know yet. No plan, best way.
Station depart for Terminal 4, Terminal 5 and London Paddington. Please check the platform electronic displays for your correct train.
Next train, Terminal 4.
Use of the gate line, mind the gap between train and platform.
Terminal 4. Thanks to Amit last night. He got me on the right terminal and got my boarding passes, which I couldn't seem to find. Seems I've had a bit of an upgrade because I was originally going BA to Doha and then Qatar from Doha to Phuket. And now I'm doing Qatar all the way upstairs on the 380, which I've certainly never done before. So it's going to be really exciting, and obviously I'm going to try and document it and keep everybody interested in my travels. Here we are in Terminal 4. Looks pretty empty. Gonna be up there yet, maybe. Check-in information. 3 Doha. Opens at 12. 4 Doha. 3:05. Opens at 11:05. Opens in 4 minutes then. My check-in. Let's just have a look at that again. Closer. 15:05 QR 0004 opens 11:05. That's good. Not a sausage here. That's pretty good, isn't it? Turns A to E. So it's going to tell me a gate pretty soon. I'll check back in a bit. Editing's going to be terrible, but it's a start, isn't it? There's quite a few here already just as the gates have opened. And I have to check in around there where there's nobody, which is cool. This is pretty unbelievable. This is the fast track. I've got to do security. Nobody about here at all. Won't even need fast track. Well, I mean, I think there's 2 people in here. 2 other people. Got a shower here. I might go and have a shower. as I didn't have one this morning. And I can do that apparently. And then I think hot food is up this end. Global Deli, Martini Bar. That seems about right, doesn't it? Hello everyone. Just doing that. Very well, thank you. My first time, you know. So I retired in lockdown and I'm going to Phuket for 6 weeks. So what I think I should do is, so the beef fillet looks really good. The champagne still looks good. Sunshine looks good. The lounge is filling up.
I thought his timing was bang on all the way through. He wasn't. I didn't think he was syncopated. He was very, very disciplined with ribs. His band leader was very strong.
Eating this.